The pool of generals used for the selection of this top generals list are not limited to free-to-play. Some generals will be extremely difficult to obtain. If you are lucky enough to obtain one of the more difficult generals without spending, rejoice, for the gods of Evony have surely blessed you. As a side note, the game has been changing very rapidly over the last few months. Therefore, there are some new considerations for rankings that did not previously exist. The new general ascension system has complicated what used to be somewhat straightforward. Since you need multiple copies of a general to ascend to the max level, finding the right general for you might not be as simple as picking the one that appears best on paper. Some generals are much easier to obtain, and therefore can be ascended more easily. Ascending will provide more benefit than the differences between skill books, so if you are a free-to-play or medium to low budget player, you may not want to go with a general that is the most exclusive, as you will not likely be able to ascend in the future. What you are primarily looking for in a PvP siege general is pure brute force. You want to deal as much damage as quickly as possible. Therefore, the more attack you have, the better. Next to attack, additional troops means additional damage, so any increase to march size is going to add to effectiveness. Lastly, a siege range bonus ring and skill book are an essential must for a siege PvP general. And now for the top 5 PvP siege generals from all sources as of June 2022. Number 5. Ramses II is an excellent option for a siege general. His skill, Great Pharaoh, increases siege machines attack and defense by 20%. His skill is able to be used both offensively and defensively, which is a bonus since this means you can send him to reinforce as well. Preferably add a siege attack book, march size book, and the siege range bonus book to Ramses II. Number 4. Napoleon is a heavy hitter with massive offensive power. However, like many other generals out there, he's designed to be used offensively only. His skill, Invincible Emperor of France, increases troop attack by 10% and increases siege machine attack by an additional 20% when used offensively. On Napoleon, the books you should add are Siege Attack, March Size, and Siege Range Bonus. Number 3. Philip II is an essential siege general for the rally leader of an alliance. He's not only a heavy-hitting siege general, but he also increases rally capacity, which is a huge deal in PvP. His skill, Absolute Monarch, increases rally capacity by 10% when leading a rally. His 4th specialty increases the capacity further by 5%. Even without utilizing the rally capacity component of Philip II, he's still a very strong siege general and should be considered a very viable option on his own merit. Number 2. Ulysses S. Grant comes in as number 2. I know what many of you are thinking right now. Grant is not as strong as some of the generals I ranked lower. And you are absolutely correct in those thoughts. However, remember that little disclaimer at the beginning of the video where I said what used to be simple has become a bit more complicated? The waters have become muddied with this new ascension system, and these factors must be taken into consideration. Ulysses S. Grant is a pretty decent general for the PvP Siege March. He doesn't have the absolute strongest skill, but his own skill, Federal Commander, which increases siege attack by 15% and an additional 15% when bringing a dragon, is more than decent. The best part about Ulysses S. Grant is that he is available in the tavern. Being available in the tavern means he is accessible to anyone, and it also means that it is much easier to obtain the 5 copies of the general required for full ascension. Grant's skill can also be used for reinforcing players, which further adds to his usefulness. Number 1. The newest general to the game at the time of this recording is Sorena, and he also tops the list of Siege PvP generals. His skill, Shield of Parthians increases siege machines attack by 25% and by an additional 15% when equipped with a dragon. If you've got the budget of a king and you can fully awaken him, Serena will be a force that will surely decimate your foes. Just don't hit me with him, please. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.